And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Keldon Johnson.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The wingmen are Sexton and Miller. Then there's Miles Bridges. Then it's Ball. And for the Spurs, in the post, it'll be Sohan with Wembanyama. The Cell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Castellan at the point. Here we are late in the year. RJ, what's this time of the schedule feel like for a player?
Everybody's a little banged up. That's just part of it. You're going to be at about 75% of your strength right now, but that's what makes it fun. Can you push yourself further than the next guy? A point of emphasis for Johnson, knowing he needs to keep taking and making threes.
And it's LaMelo Ball with the three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
That's tipped. Here's Sexton. He drains the quick shot.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Here's Castle. Lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Oh, sweet pull-up game from LaMelo. The young man has so much confidence in his ability.
And here's Vassell from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Ball from long range. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Ball's got 8.
Wow, now this is how you want to start your game. Flawless shooting so far.
There is no stopping that. Wembanyama with the forceful finish.
RJ, we have never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama. In your opinion, what's his potential?
Wemby has so much potential, it's scary. The number one thing that can stop him from being one of the greats of all times, in my opinion, is injury. After that, there is nothing that is stopping him from being one of the most dominant physical specimens we've ever seen.
Just good fundamental basketball from LaMelo. Sticking with his selection and forcing the defense there into a bad spot.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
They get it back, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. For 3, and again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 12.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence out.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Wembanyama, right side. Plumlee with some nice D.
Defense pulled out all the stops and shut him down there.
Tie game in San Antonio. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. Knipple and Miller are your wingmen. Then it's Trey Mann. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Diabate in at the four-man position. Count the basket. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now, here's Harper. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
Smart use of the mid-range by Harper. A dynamic lefty who can also show off the touch.
And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Portis. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Harrison Barnes. Johnson, he's checked in for Prince. And it's Vassell in for Gary Harris. Charlotte also making some changes. Colin Sexton comes in for Knipple. And Ball subbed in for Trey Mann. Here's Sohan. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball. Wembanyama high post. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harper wide open. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Here's Miller. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And this is what you like about Miller. Has great range from three, but he can also make tough shots in traffic.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They trail by 1. On this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
And that seems about right. Last season was one that both teams would like to forget. They get beat up a lot and couldn't even beat up on each other.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Ball with the bucket.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
Pass to Johnson. Wembanyama high post. Now, Sohan. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Ball against Harper. Launches a three. And it's LaMelo Ball with the three. Ball's got 7 points for the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Hey, everybody. We've seen plenty of action in that first half to chat about. But first, we're taking a look at the power rankings during this late-season push.
Well, right now for the Spurs, they're pretty entrenched in their power ranking spot. Hard to see much movement from them this late in this year.
And that's not a problem for them. They have a great roster and all the tools they need to make a lot of noise in this postseason.
Now let's take a look at this San Antonio Spurs game, which has been very competitive.
One thing that's helped tonight, their three-point shooting. Those triples add up fast, don't they, Kenny?
That's why I shoot them. If they have fours, I take them too. But here's one thing. You have to have floor balance, and you have to really create clean looks, though.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
In the post, it'll be Sohan with Wembanyama. The cell in the wing along with Johnson. And it's Castle in at the 1. That's the San Antonio 5. Now, here's Vassell. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
He wasn't going to settle on that play. Vassell with the assertive take to the bucket.
And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
The defense was there, but Vassell stays calm and uses that length inside.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And how about we check the numbers for Harrison Barnes?
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And Wembanyama too much inside.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Here's Ball. And there's another one for the Hornets. You often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky's really the limit.
And the basket by Castle.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Outside, Sexton shoots over Vassell, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Castle, no one around him. His three-pointer's off the mark. Charlotte's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Got that one up quick. And the Hornets lead by 2.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
A nice shot by Sohan.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The shot. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And there it is for him. Castle's got 7 points. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Ball with the bucket.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Wembanyama high post. Providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And we'll be back with you shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. At the forward spots, it's Miller and Bridges. LaMelo Ball is out there with Colin Sexton. Ball, and he hits the jumper.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Now Wembanyama. Castle. Oh, the dunk.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
And that one drops.
And we've come to expect big things from LaMelo offensively. He loves to attack you on that end.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thank you. Ball against Castle. Oh, what a play inside.
Great find there from the big man, Wendy.
Charlotte has gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. 2 points! That one goes!
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Here is Wembanyama. Johnson outside. Gasol with it. Now by Sexton. Buries the deep ball.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And anytime you're on the road and you can answer with the three right back and take the lead, that is what we call being beyond the clutch.
Here's Sohan. What a response! Hitting a three of their own.
Trusting the young Sohan in a big spot.
Hornets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Cast or anything more than that. And down goes the three.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here is Wembanyama. Easy money for Wembanyama.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And the passing ball displays night in and night out is impressive. He takes pride in his ability to facilitate.
Ball against Castle. Wembanyama. Oh, down it goes! And the crafty layup. Good.
If Wemby wants to be one of the greats, this is where he will be judged. And what a big shot to add to his resume.
Now, here's Ball. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Castle with it. Here's Johnson. Clock at 6. And Wembanyama. That's in there.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Shoot, this defense is giving me hope. The way I look, I can sign a 10-day and put up a few buckets on this squad.
Right side, Ball. It drops.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. That'll count. Oh, big time shot.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
What finish. It takes nerves of steel to knock down a shot like that.
And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Alan LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight.